Hey Aries, welcome to your August tarot reading. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Check out your other placements for additional messages, as this is a general reading. Messages may or may not apply. Just take what resonates and leave what doesn't for the next person. I can be picking up on someone around you or someone you could be dealing with, so you might have to swap the roles. And if this reading doesn't resonate right away, maybe something that happens down the line, if you'd like, keep it in your back pocket, or you can come back at a later time. We're going to look into what messages need to come through for you guys for the month of August, see what you guys could be currently going through or what you can expect down the line, get some insight, wisdom, guidance, and just see what's happening. I hope you guys are doing well, and let's get right into this reading. Messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for August 2020. What's going on with Aries in August? Any messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for August 2020? What's happening? Any messages for Aries? Any insight, wisdom, guidance for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for August 2020? What's happening with Aries? Messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for August 2020. I'm not going to take these, but I think the deck should be ready pretty soon. Messages for Aries. Do 2 more. Messages for Aries in August 2020. Okay. Messages for Aries. We have the 4 cups. Okay, so you guys might be feeling a little bit stuck, a little bit stagnant. You're needing to change up your routine. You're needing to do something different. Maybe wake up at a decent time, stick to a schedule, really switch something up, because you guys might be feeling really bored, very stagnant, very stuck, and uninspired. You're having a hard time staying motivated right now, or you could be overlooking something or not seeing things exactly as they are. Like, you're really needing to have more trust as well. Like, some of you might be just kind of contemplating and wondering what the point is or what your purpose is, and you're feeling a little bit stuck. Because if you're wanting a change, you, Aries, you're gonna have to make the change yourself. Okay. Also needing to tap into that intuition of yours. If you've been having some sort of urge or gut feeling that you've been wanting to pursue something or try something out, do it. Just try it out. Never hurt nobody. Messages for Aries. Wow, you got jumpers out. 2 of Wands. Yeah, things are just stagnant in your life right now. It's kind of like you're just stuck at a standstill, stuck at a pause. Not much is happening, but that's okay. It's the energy of Mercury retrograde. Now, it has gone direct, but we are still in the post-shadow effect till the end of July. So you should start to see things picking up in August, hopefully. But it's kind of the perfect time for you guys to just kind of sit back, reevaluate, come up with a plan, come up with some goals that you want to pursue and put into action, okay? But there is a choice here. You can either continue to stay with where you are in your comfort zone, or you can choose to pick your ass up, get out of bed, and do something for the day. Do something good for yourself, okay? You don't have to run a marathon, okay? You don't have to change the world, but as long as you can do something that's good for you, I think that's going to really help you, okay? So there's definitely time to take a pause and focus on what it is that you want, okay? Use this time to your advantage. Things might be stuck and stagnant and boring right now, but it's not going to be like this forever. Remember that. Like, there's going to be a time coming up, maybe a year from now, 6 months from now, maybe even a month from now. You're going to be busy as fuck, and you're going to be like, damn, I really wish that I was back in, quarantine season when I could just sit back and relax, or recharge my energy. So use this time to your advantage, because it's not going to last forever. Messages for Aries in August 2020. Ooh, the Sun, Leo energy. Okay, so see, even though you might not be feeling the most inspired or fulfilled right now, August may look like a pretty positive month for you guys, okay? Things are going to switch up. You guys might be spending a lot more time in nature, in the sun, soaking up the rays, getting your vitamin D, having a more positive outlook on things, changing your perspective, right? Thinking outside of the box. 4 cups right here. You're missing something. You're ignoring something. You're focusing on either what's been lost or what's not good enough and what's been lacking. It's time for you to focus on what it is that you want and direct your energy towards your goals, your aspirations, what your manifestations, what you think is what you attract. So if you were like, oh, my life's so boring, my life's so boring, my life's so boring, or whatever, and you keep saying that to yourself, guess what? The universe says, yes, that's true. Let me give you some more evidence to back that up. So whatever it is that you say, you get. So flip that switch. I know it's not going to happen overnight. I know it's annoying. I know it's not easy at times. But be more mindful of what you think is what you attract. So if you go back to this mindset where you take that pause, you reevaluate where you need to go in life, where you're heading, what you want to do, where you want to go, what you want to pursue, and all the other things that you desire, and you set those intentions, right? You're like, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to accomplish this. I'm going to go after this. Universe backs you up. Yes. Let me give you some more evidence to back that up. Okay. Yes. It's working. Oh my God. It's working. It's moving forward. Oh my God. Right? And that gives you that inspiration, that passion, that motivation, and that excitement again. You know, that passion, that spark, you know, you're feeling fiery again. So I'm really liking that. Okay, so try to be more optimistic about the situation you're in right now. I know it's not the most fun. I know it's not the most fulfilling, but it is what it is. It's out of your control. There's not much you can do about it, so you got to make the most of it. Let's get one more. For Aries. Oh, wow. We have the World coming out. These cards literally just be jumping and jumping and jumping. It's like, okay, damn, all right, okay. Out of my control, you know? But the World, wrapping up of a cycle. Wrapping up of what? A mindset, all perspective, an all way of perceiving a habit, right? There we go, that Two of Wands. You can either choose to repeat, or you can choose to wrap the cycle up. We have the World out here, which is telling me that whatever you end up choosing, whatever road you end up going down, you're choosing to wrap up a cycle and start something fresh, which is the next card, the Fool, Aries energy. So I'm just saying. So endings and new beginnings. You guys could be planning travels down the line when, you know, things start to open up and when things are calming down in the world. You could be planning trips or even just a little trip in your city, going on a little road trip, a little adventure, going on a hike, right? Just really getting in touch with yourself and the world and spending some time out in the sun. I feel like you guys definitely should. You definitely should. Okay. Bottom of the deck, more Leo energy. So you might actually have heavy Leo in your chart, okay? Because we got double Leo. Maybe you're Leo rising, Leo moon, but strength out here. You're definitely requiring to have a lot of strength during times like this. You're needing to have more compassion and understanding, and don't be so hard on yourself. Everybody's in the same position, so don't be feeling like, oh, I'm doing nothing with my life. I'm just wasting my days away. Well, guess what? We're all in the same boat. We are all in the same boat. We all feel that way. Like, we have our moments where we're feeling down, and we just kind of got to roll with it and ride out the waves, and just remember to center yourself. Remember to ground yourself. We have quite a bit of major arcana out here. I'm just saying, pretty significant. It's a lesson that we all have to learn. It's just to kind of take it day by day. Try to focus on the present moment. Don't worry about tomorrow or don't think about yesterday. Be right now in the present moment. Do something that puts you in the now, okay? Like a project, maybe art, or something that just keeps your mind busy. Meditation is really good as well, to calm your minds if you've been a little bit overwhelmed. I'm just saying, surround yourself with people who support you. I'm just saying. We have the Ace of Cups and the Hermit in the reverse. Ooh, so some of you may have a little more major arcana out here, Virgo energy. Okay, but with the Ace of Cups and the Hermit in the reverse, some of you could be putting yourself out there for some love. I don't know, maybe some of you are downloading dating apps, or like your friend maybe is trying to set you up, or like you might be in the early stages of getting to know somebody. Kind of what I'm feeling here with the Hermit in the reverse. I feel like you guys are kind of coming out of your shell, or that could be what's happening in August. You guys may end up coming out of your shell. You might cross paths with somebody who catches your eye. Ooh, attraction. Okay, all right. With the Queen of Wands, very attractive card out here. So yeah, you might cross paths with somebody who has attraction to you, or you feel an attraction towards them, or is, you know, mutual, right? And then it's like, hey, let's get to know each other, you know? So I'm just saying that's the potential opportunity coming towards y'all in August, or for some maybe even in September, or like, I don't know, just somewhere down the line, okay? Depending on where you are energetically. Anyways, let's start to clarify, get some more context, get some more details, more messages for you guys for the month of August. Let's go into the Four of Cups for Aries. Try the Four of Cups for Aries. What is going on? We have the Hermit flipping out here. The Hermit, Virgo energy. We just had the Hermit in the reverse at the bottom of the deck. So it's like, okay, so you guys are kind of in hermit mode right now. You're spending a lot of alone time, doing a lot of reflection. Let me see what else needs to come up. But yeah, you guys have definitely been spending a lot of time alone, and you're like just getting bored, you know? You've been with yourself for so long. It's like, oh my god, I need to talk to a human being. Please. Four of Cups for Aries in August 2020. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's Four of Swords. Y'all have been hidden away in do not disturb mode. You're like, do not disturb me, myself, and my peace. Alright? You basically just kind of locked yourself away, literally. Coffin. You're locked away in this coffin, right? There's this coffin, and look at the hermit. He's in a coffin. It's time to come out of your coffin, Aries. I know you may want to sleep a little bit longer, but it's time to come out of your shell. It's time to come out of the coffin. That's so funny. Oh my god, I love it. Perfect combination. Perfect combination, okay? Let me see what else needs to come up. But you guys have been spending a lot of time healing and resting and rejuvenating, but now it's time to switch it up and do something different. Get active, you know, maybe go get some exercise, go for a walk, I don't know. Four of Cups for Aries in August 2020. Tell me the Four of Cups for Aries. Thank you. The Moon. Yeah, you guys have been doing a ton of reflection, a ton of reevaluating and looking back on some things that you've gone through, some situations possibly at the bottom of the deck with the Five of Cups in the reverse, situations that left you feeling confused or emotional or a little bit lost, and you're trying to resolve some issues, some deep hidden issues that you have kind of pushed away, like kind of like you're looking at your shadow side, you're doing a lot of shadow work, you're digging deep, okay, you're going within, and you've definitely needed to pull away and retract from people to really look at some harsh shit, you know? You don't want to be surrounded by a bunch of people when you're going through a lot of shit in the mind and, you know, you're really looking at yourself. You don't want to be surrounded by a bunch of people, you know? So that's why you guys are kind of spending some time alone. But now that you've done the work and now that you're healing, because obviously we have the Five of Cups in the reverse, which is telling me that you're getting over some pain, some disappointment, some hurt. You're getting over it. You're getting clarity. You're no longer confused. Like, look at this. It's like a puzzle, right? You were once puzzled over a situation. Now you're coming out of that energy. And you've learned a lot of things, you've reflected a lot of things, you've dug deep, and now it's just like, okay, I've done the work, kind of need to switch things up, but don't really know how though, right? We have the Three of Cups and the Eight of Swords as well at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so let's see. This was in the reverse. You're facing your fears, you're facing your demons, you're facing your hidden dark side of you. Literally though, the Eight of Swords, the Five of Cups in the reverse, you're facing those demons inside of you. And I know I'm repeating myself, but that's literally what I'm feeling here. It's like, okay, you're confronting that shadowy part. You've done a lot of work on yourself. And now that you've done that work, it's time to come out of your shell and socialize with your family, your roommates, your friends. Obviously, depending on the restrictions, maybe you can only allow a certain amount of people, or, you know, you gotta stay a certain amount of distance away, whatever you gotta do, but just to switch it up, or like to come out of your shell, Aries, okay? So that's kind of what I'm feeling here. It's like you're needing to surround yourself with people who, good energy to be around, or even FaceTime people, or call people, all that. That could help you. Okay, so let's go into this Two of Wands. Let's look at this. Try the Two of Wands for Aries, please. Two of Wands for Aries in August 2020. You guys are kind of like rebirthing, you know, because coffins are all about, you know, like death. You've been buried for so long. It's time for you to revive yourself, come back to life. Some of you are needing to pamper yourself, you know, treat yourself. Paint your nails, get your hair done if you can, or do your own hair, but you might fuck it up, so just be careful. Anyways, yeah, the Two of Wands for Aries in August. Two of Wands for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in August 2020. Tell me the Two of Wands for Aries in August. Four Cups, double confirmation. So yeah, there we go. You being this Four Cups mode and this reflection mode and kind of just being hidden away in your coffin, there's definitely a sense of disappointment that you've gone through, and just kind of dwelling on past mistakes, on things where you went wrong, where you wish you could have done things differently, right? And that's you taking that pause to reflect But as you're reflecting, that's good because you're realizing I can change. I can change my ways. I can become a different person from this. I can grow from this. I can do something about this, right? As long as you focus on it, put the work in. Two of Wands for Aries in August. Tell me this Two of Wands for Aries. Tell me the pause. Alright. Six of Pentacles. Okay, sometimes I think this is a 9. I'm like, wait. So we got the Six of Pentacles. It's kind of like, again, talking about timing. Time has just been tick. Tick. Tick has been so slow. It's like, oh my god, when is this day gonna end? Okay, let's get one more for the Two of Wands for Aries in August. Tell me the Two of Wands for Aries in August. What time is this clock at? 12 o'clock. Six of Wands in the reverse. Yeah. So now we got 2 6s out here. You guys are looking back. So this is what this pause was. So we're just kind of repeating what I've been saying. You took that pause to reflect. You're kind of feeling a little bit disappointed, feeling a little bit stuck. You've been reflecting a lot. You're needing a change. You're recognizing you need to make some sort of a change. But as you are looking back at this situation or situations, more than one, that have not successfully worked out before, there is this sense of disappointment, but you're realizing that you can grow from this, that you can become a better person from this. Even though it didn't work out, it happened for a reason, that means that there's something better out there. And so even though it's a bit disappointing and, kind of, it's sucky, but you're learning, you're growing, you're developing because of this situation. Look at this. Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. You've gotten clarity. You've gotten this brand new perspective, a new way of seeing. And now you're starting to see shit clearly. You're starting to see the truth. You're starting to see where you can grow and change. Yes, and there's that Eight of Swords. We were talking about this Eight of Swords. Facing your demons, facing those fears, facing those deep, dark, ugly parts of yourself, right? Wow, and underneath the Eight of Swords, we have Santa Muerte. Okay, this is the Death card out here. Scorpio energy. Change, transformation, death and rebirth. Look at how she's pregnant. You're pregnant with new ideas. All right, so this is positive, you guys. I know it's uncomfortable, and it might be a little bit weird at first, or it might be a bit intense or overwhelming with all these emotions, right? Eight of Swords does talk about like feeling stuck and like overthinking, like a lot of thoughts just clouding your mind, right? But you're cutting yourself away from that. You are breaking free from what's been holding you back. Ace of Swords, you're cutting yourself out of that. Okay, so that's really great. Also, with the Sun coming out, enlightenment. Sun with the Moon, enlightenment. Major enlightenment here. You're gaining a new perspective, you're gaining clarity, and you're leveling up. Let's go into the world. Turn at the world for Aries. August 2020. Turn at the world for Aries. Tell me the world for Aries in August 2020. Try the world for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for August 2020. The Hierophant, you've gained a lot of wisdom. You've grown a lot. This is Taurus energy, by the way. You could be dealing with a Taurus, or you may have Taurus in your chart. But you've grown a lot. You've developed a lot. Self-mastery over here. And you're much more wise than who you used to be. Even with this quarantine going on, you know so much more about yourself. And you've grown so much as a person because of this quarantine. And because you've had all this time to reflect and to really look at things from a different angle, you've really leveled up, and you should be proud of yourself. Okay, let's see what else needs to come out. Oh, anything? Oh, yes we do. We have the Page of Wands. Good news, everybody. Great news. There's this new spark. There's this new interest, this idea that you're considering pursuing and committing to, right? Because the Hierophant does talk about some form of commitment. You could be studying something new, or learning something new, teaching yourself something new. Turn at the world for Aries in August 2020. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Turn at the world for Aries in August. And the Three of Swords. You're learning from this heartbreak. You're learning from some sort of betrayal or ending that you've gone through. Or you've just definitely learned your lesson over a situation that left you feeling burned in the past. You've grown from it. You've learned from it. And you've become so much more wise from this situation. So in a way, it's almost like you have, even though it was rough, it was tough, it's almost like you're looking back and you're being grateful for the lessons that this individual or situation has taught you. Because if it wasn't for this situation, if it wasn't for this heartbreak, if it wasn't for this hurt and this pain, and you wouldn't be where you are today, and you wouldn't be as wise as you are right now. There's a lot of blessings that come from this. Even though it was hard, even though it was probably very intense, and of course it's different for everybody, but you are who you are because of this situation, and there's going to be a lot of blessings that come out of this. You know, there's always got to be that balance. So if something really shit happens, just know that there's going to be a balance. Black to the white, up to the down, left to the right. You know how it goes, okay? We have the Hangman at the bottom of the deck, more Piscean energy. So there's you looking at this from a different perspective, a new understanding, gaining enlightenment. I was saying that with the moon and the sun. And underneath the Hangman, we have the world's double confirmation, wrapping that cycle up once and for all, leaving behind the past and entering this new phase, this new beginning with a new perspective. And we also have the Two of Cups and the Ten of Cups, so you may as well be connecting with somebody new. Could be a water sign, maybe it's a Piscean, as we do have quite a bit of Pisces energy out here. It doesn't have to be though, but we did have that Ace of Cups show out. All right, so this could be probably towards the end of the month, depending on where you are, if you're open to it, if you allow the opportunity to come through. All right, so let's go into the sun. Turn at the sun for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for August 2020. Turn at the sun for Aries in August 2020. Aries, your energy coming out of the bottom of the deck, I just gotta say. Turn at the sun for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Two of Pentacles. Ooh, okay, let me see what else needs to come out. But there's balance over here, and of course, you could be connecting with someone, or this could be some sort of partnership, friendship. But it's like you guys might be finding your soul tribe. Just like looking at that butterfly, first of all, transformation, no doubt. Transforming, changing, growing, learning, expanding, and knowing that you can get past anything that comes your way. But I do feel like you guys may be meeting new people down the line, and connecting with people who understand you, who are on the same wavelength as you. After all the harsh lessons, you finally get something good out of it, you know? So that's great. Turn at the sun for Aries in August 2020. Turn at the sun for Aries in August 2020. Ooh, we have the Lovers. Okay, so maybe it starts off as a little friendship, getting to know each other, taking it to the next level. Maybe you got multiple pursuers, okay? Or, of course, if this isn't love, because it doesn't have to be. This is, again, just like divine, soul, contract. I'm just saying. But for some, this is love, okay? For some, this is love. If you're ready for that, if you are open for that, if you so choose and you put yourself out there. Because if you stay in your shell, nobody's going to find you. So if you're wanting love, if you're wanting that connection, or even a friendship, right, you got to put yourself out there. So if that's what you want, then you shall receive. But you got to do the work. You got to put yourself out there, okay? It's not going to just magically appear on your doorstep. Trust, I wish it was like that. But unfortunately, that's not how the world goes. Turn at the sun for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Also, you could be dealing with a Gemini. I forgot to mention that. Turn at the sun. Ten of Wands in the reverse. Once you release these burdens, once you do that inner work, you do that healing, and you release and let go of things that were holding you back, and you do that transformation, and you grow, and you learn from your mistakes in your past and all of that, that's when you make that space for new and improved situations, relationships, friendships, etc., right? Okay. Ooh. Okay, so see, some of you are ready. Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. You're ready to give your heart, your love, your soul. You're ready to... We have the Three of Pentacles out here, ready to invest your time into somebody. And we have more Piscean energy out here, okay, with the High Priestess. Also pay attention to your intuition, pay attention to your gut. But it's really good, you guys. So let's get some advice and affirmations, and then we'll wrap up this reading. Okay, so let's get some Rebel cards first. Any advice for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for August 2020? Aw, cute. Advice for Aries in August 2020. Understandable. Advice for Aries, someone rising Venus for August 2020. This is clearly some specific advice for somebody out there. Ooh! I love it. Okay, so first of all, Aries, you need a big fucking hug. You got squeeze. Alright, so hug somebody, hug a loved one, hug your best friend, hug your lover, hug somebody, give yourself a hug, you know, give yourself a nice squeeze. They say scientifically it helps release good chemicals or some shit. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist, but apparently they do studies and they're like, yeah, that's good to hug yourself. So give yourself a nice big squeeze if you can't hug anybody around you. Then we have get the fuck out of your head and get in with your heart. It misses you. So it's time to get out of your logic, get out of your mind, and get in with your heart, get in with your emotions, your feels. Give yourself a good cry. Tell someone you love them. You know, get in your emotions. Get in touch with that ooey gooey shit, okay? And then we have some good shit is about to happen. Don't let your issues fuck it up. So like I said, get out of that head, get out of your logic, get out of that mindset, get out of your overthinking, get in with your heart, because there's some good shit that's coming your way and you don't want your overthinking to fuck that up. We don't want to self-sabotage over here, Aries, okay? So that's what the Rebel deck says for you. Let's get some animal oracle cards and then affirmations. Okay, so advice for Aries in August 2020. Is for August 2020. Ooh. Advice for Aries, someone rising Venus for August 2020. Oh, you guys got an extra advice card, but we have the butterfly. I was talking about you guys transforming, going through a transformation, huge shift. Water, air, earth, coming out here. Okay, so the shark. Directness, exposure, revealing true nature and desire. The shark is only dangerous when we don't acknowledge it. This card indicates that something big needs to be exposed. It's lurking in the depths and creating tension. Shark energy takes over when we are hesitant to be honest, to be totally ourselves, or to say what we really want. It may be tempting to continue pretending nothing is wrong, but when shark energy is at play, we feel its presence encircling us. When in balance, intriguing, captivating, and mysterious. When out of balance, sneaky and destructive, and to bring into balance, honesty. So speak your truth, be honest to yourself. There's something that you need to acknowledge, things that you may need to heal from or release and let go, things you may need to cry or express. Let that shit out. Don't hold it in anymore, okay? Because something needs to come to light, something needs to be exposed. So then we have the hummingbird, positive, enthusiastic, and spiritually resourceful. Inside the tiny hummingbird resides an endless well of energy and positivity. The hummingbird's secret is that it's learned where to gather nectar and returns to these sources daily for nourishment and rejuvenation. This springs from many sources but usually involves nature, creativity, and exploring spirituality. Follow the way of the hummingbird and you cannot go wrong. Every droplet of life becomes sweet and every moment worth savoring. When in balance, smart, curious, and loves to learn. When out of balance, pushy, insistent, and sharp. And to bring it to balance, take a class. So learn something, do something new, teach yourself something, study something. Put yourself out of your comfort zone and learn something brand new. And then we have the butterfly. Undergoing great change and transformation, the energy of the butterfly is with us during periods of transition. Since air is the element of the heart, this change usually involves relationships, or if you love your job, perhaps your career. Since transition is accompanied by some amount of discomfort, be extra patient and kind during this time, especially if the butterfly is you. Let solid friends and activities support you like a cocoon. Committing to one daily routine, a meal, practice, or prayer, done at the same time and place, will do wonders for lifting a butterfly spirit. When in balance, cheerful and graceful. When out of balance, fragile and frustrated. And to bring into balance a daily routine. And I was saying that with the Four of Cups, needing to commit to something, needing to maybe change up your routine, throw something in there. And that actually ties in with the horse. The horse does talk about doing something well for your physical health and then doing something well for your mental health, okay? Committing to that every day. That's going to help you on your journey. That's going to help you while you're in this transition. So the horse. Momentum, freedom, expansive energy, and force. The horse represents the most masterful form of earth energy within the deck. It provides us with momentum so reliable, so supportive that you can ride on its back towards any goal, no matter how difficult the terrain. A horse personality is fully awakened, fully alive, and cannot be defeated. The horse's freedom becomes available to us when we hone and collect our energy through daily practice. Physical stamina, exercise, and mental focus, meditation are the secret weapons behind the horse's legacy. When in balance, achieves anything and never gives up. When out of balance, runs away, feels weak, and to bring in a balance, strength training. All right, maybe that's part of what, take a class, part of learning something. Strength training. Maybe you are needing to take up some sort of like yoga class. I'm telling everybody to do yoga now. It's so funny. I'm like, do yoga, man. I swear, it's so good. Anyways, do something, take up a class, commit to something or a couple things per day, add that into your daily routine, shake things up, do something different, express your truths. You're going through a transition, things are changing, but it's going to be for the better of your life. I don't even know what I'm saying. Let's get some affirmations, okay? Affirmations for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for August 2020. Affirmations for Aries, okay. Affirmations for Aries, yes. Affirmations for Aries, thank you. Love that. Okay, so we have build on your dreams coming out. Your heart guides you as you resurrect a forgotten dream and gain insights into your own ability. Events are about to change. Affirmation, I am manifesting my dreams. Expand on your ideas. All right? Don't have any limitations. Believe and you will receive. I think I said that to you guys once. So seriously, build on top of your dreams. You got that building blocks. Just level up. Expand on your ideas. Because you can bring that shit to fruition. Then we have guidance. You are a beautiful soul providing a guiding light to others on their spiritual journey. Affirmation, I'm a role model for others. People tend to look up to you, Aries. You may be someone who always gives really great advice, or you're somebody who's just super supportive and encouraging, and you're just always there for people through the thick and thin, and you make a difference in other people's lives, whether you know it or not, whether you want to admit it or not. You can deny it all you want, but you do make a difference in other people's lives. Then we have new learning. The wolf teaches you to know who you are. Facing your fears is one of the greatest learning experiences and shows us how to change and grow. Affirmation, I'm learning. So really pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. I know it's a bit freaky, it's a little bit uncomfortable, right? But that's how we grow. That's how we change and become better people and become stronger overall. So don't be afraid to try something new or to do something you've never had the gut to do. Just do it. Force yourself. Take that leap of faith, Aries. You're the fool in the tarot deck, and you guys should have that childlike energy and just build on top of your dreams. Don't limit yourself. Never limit yourself, okay? So that's what I got for you guys for August. If you got something from this, let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.